All right, we talk about how much the video game industry has changed and how much culture has changed and how it's starting to switch back. And for that, I want to look no further than G4, circa mid 2000s. Now, Leaflet, once again, you are not familiar with G4, are you?
I think I am. I just need to jog my memory. Yeah.
Okay. So G4 TV was an American TV network that was primarily focused on video games, technology, pop culture, gaming culture. And it ran for from 2002 to like late 2012. It had a good 12-year run. And it merged with Tech TV. And for a long time, it was like the place where you could see games like gameplay and stuff. You know, the internet wasn't where it was. It wasn't like you could go to YouTube at the time. So you'd get your reviews from G4. It was a very influential platform for a long time. And it was shut down. And then in 2020, it was revived. And it lasted about 2 years. And it was exactly what you'd expect from a brand to be that launched in 2020 that lasted till 2022, right? It was super duper woke. It had some very viral moments. The sexism and gaming rant, the infamous sexism and gaming rant done by Frost was just iconic. It was all over the place, right? And when they went in and actually, let me just go and play this for a second, just as a just to jog your reminder. This is the infamous sexism and gaming rant by Frost.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it.
All right, let's go ahead and play this now. Here we go.
Experience versus the solo player one, but I actually want to talk about something so much more important than Red Dead Online: sexism in gaming. And joining G4.
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
Okay, real quick. So Adam Sessler here on the right side of the screen, joining remotely because he was scared of COVID. I can only assume. Joined. He was one of the original hosts of G4, and they brought him back here. And then we had a couple of YouTubers, and this girl Frost here. She was like, people point to this moment right here as the downfall of the reboot of G4. Okay, this moment here.
This is not where I thought we were going, but I'm here.
I had no idea.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
In joining G4, I was ecstatic to be part of something that I grew up watching as a child. But every time G4 is brought up in various channels, even in this YouTube channel, we have the chat in front of us. I can see you. Without a doubt, there will be backlash because I'm not as bangable as the previous hosts. It's somehow...
Talk to him, Frost!
It has somehow been expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment.
It's
not a compliment.
It's weird.
It's dehumanizing and it's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you.
You're muted.
I want to pause there for a second, Leaflet. And would you please tell me if this woman existed to be nice on the eyes for everybody? Because I think she did.
No. She was hired.
Yes.
To be nice. Not there's this, the sentences and everything. Correct. Frost is right in that women are not born just to be beautiful, right? But she's doing it all wrong. She's wording it all wrong. It should have been hired. That's the point. She was hired to be beautiful.
No,
literally hired.
But Blabs, she exists on G4.
Well, yes,
to be
and
nice
that
on the eyes for you.
sentences, yes, like she was hired because she could talk. She's beautiful. She knew gaming,
Right.
etc.
Okay.
The difference.
But the point, I think you're removing the context here. It's just she's ranting about G4.
We do have to give all the context and everything.
Well, okay, Leaflet, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say it's just really annoying how she's talking about. The thing is anytime that you're online or you have some kind of show, you're some kind of public figure, people are just gonna talk shit, and that's just how it is. And clapping back at your audience in such a broad way is just never a good idea, really.
Right. So you can see where this rant is going, and we're going to finish it because I think it's important to play the whole thing. She's talking about how there are these really attractive women the first time around with G4, and she doesn't need to be that because women power, right? So here we go.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
By the way, she thought she was cooking. Like, you can see the look on her face. She was like, and when you go back and you look at this, this is literally the point where this entire network failed.
Hey, she cooking, y'all.
And that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go ahead and check out Thorne's latest meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes. Now, here at XPlay, our reviews are written and produced by a team of people. There are too many games for one person to shoulder the burden. So we divide and conquer. And when we use language like we or I, that's the reviewer. That's coming from the mouth and experience of the reviewer reading that review. And that's not to say that Gerard, TBH, Adam, or myself don't contribute to the reviews. We absolutely do. But it'll always be in varying degrees and take a whole team behind us. That's why we're XPlay and not Adam Play. We have done the experiment and controlled for the variables. Adam will read a script written by the same writer that I will read the other half of the script for, but I'll be the one flamed. And yeah, it also happens to Gerard and TBH, but that doesn't discount the sexism of how it happens to me when it does. Both things can be true, that there is a general hatred of any change that isn't Adam, and that I'll receive special flame just for being a woman. And I wish I could turn the camera around so that you could see the incredible team that make XPlay. Half of our producers and writers are women. Emily, Abby, Megan, Joe, Jake, Zipper, Gabby. It goes on and on and on. Former writers that are now on ATOS like Vanessa. When you're in our DMs or on those YouTube comments or in Twitch chat right now, those reactionary threads thinking that I'm somehow ruining your current XPlay experience because you can't objectify me how you previously did to Morgan, or that I'm somehow less qualified to speak on something, but you can't quite put your finger on why, even though I'm reading the exact same script as Adam, but you have no problem with he's part of it. You're letting your unconscious biases ruin my day, and you're gatekeeping the gaming space. So maybe for 2022, we be a bit nicer, a bit more self-reflective, and we enjoy the fact that people are working hard to make free content for you. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Peace. Multiplayer experience.
You all know the problem with this.
What's that?
What do you think? What do you think is their target demographic here? Like, what do you think?
Bing, 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 bing.
What do you think? What do you think it is?
Well, I think it's probably males between the ages of I would say in this case with the reboot, probably between the ages of 15 and 30. I think that's probably who they're targeting here.
So now, like, if you have a person like that, why would they watch a show like this? It's because they had a bad day at work, or they came home from work, they want to relax. They got bitched out a lot at work, or maybe their girlfriend bitched at them, or their mom bitched at them, or whoever bitched at them.
Mm-hmm.
And they just want to go home. They want to take off their shoes. They just want to chill and like watch, hang out with the games. And then they get bitched at.
And you get yelled at for watching the show. Right. Correct. And so to be clear, this was it. This was the point where people were like, I'm done with G4. And when you look at the analytics of G4, that's when people literally turned off the TV and they didn't turn into the YouTube channel. They didn't watch it anywhere, and it shut down. There was a stark decline right here. So with all that context and a little bit of jog down memory lane there for a lot of folks, I bring you this post here over on X saying, we used to live in a society. And this is Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb on G4, okay? To where this was promptly quote tweeted, and it says this: some same society who actively made disingenuous reviews of JRPGs and Japanese games, by the way. Now, this is a 2-minute review here of a game, but I also wanted to point out this other quote tweet here. It says, isn't it, it's generally insane looking back now how much borderline racism and xenophobia was paraded around in the 2000s American gaming culture here.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and play this example here. So this was also a quote. We just don't watch whenever they talked about literally anything from Japanese game studio here.
Genji's story is based on the Genji period of Japanese history. Well, we're not exactly sure how, but can you really blame us? Because who knows anything about Japanese history? There were some samurai, they periodically killed themselves, a rat learned judo, and they invented a religion that sanctifies small trees and fat guys wrestling. Then we nuked them. That's what they turned into a real country.
To see what the PS3 can do with a hack.
Damn.
No, not gonna lie, kind of funny. It's kind of funny, not gonna lie.
Oh man, that's I mean, nuclear for people nowadays. Holy crap.
Right. No, let's see how Adams. And then, by the way, they just cut to Adam Sessler doing another intro here.
To see what the PS3 can do with a hack and slash that's not bound up with a complex storyline like the vast pageant of Japanese history, here's our review of Untold Legends.
So, anyways, there you go.
That's crazy.
Pretty funny. So that has people up in arms, and this has been deemed very problematic because of this. And this is the irony is that of all this is G4 was gaming for a long time, and this guy in particular, Adam Sessler, if he was showed this, he'd have to disavow this at this point. Sessler is the extremely wokey dude over here. Let's go play this. The same society who actively made disingenuous reviews of JRPGs and Japanese games, by the way. Let's see.
We must correct the errors.
By the way, this review is 100 seconds long. The idea of fitting a review into a 90-second time slot on TV for a game that takes 60 hours while making it entertaining is impossible. But let's go ahead and play this out.
Must correct the errors.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Really breathe in that pungent corpse musk. Really savor the smell. Now make a creepy, disturbing comment.
She smells good.
Perfect. Xenosaga Episode 3. Also, Sprach Zarath... Wait, how the hell do I say that? Zarathustra? Okay, whatever. It's the third and final entry in a series of long-winded, poorly named role-playing games.
It's no good.
But for those of you who didn't play through the incredibly long first two installments, you should probably know two things. The first is that there are way more cutscenes than gameplay. Impatient people beware. This is a title for watching, not for playing.
Understood.
The second thing is that the plot of the series is so twisted and convoluted, it makes absolutely no sense. Here, let's listen in as the lead character, Shion, recaps critical events from the first two games.
Ever since the Zohar was swallowed up by the giant Gnosis,
The
Gnosis phenomenon has increased in frequency.
Interesting, do go on.
I encountered a group of people called Scientia.
Fascinating.
He said that the Ormus are the rightful possessors of the Zohar.
Oh, for God's sake, we have no idea what you're talking about.
I find that rather interesting.
Really? Because I found it rather stupid. Oh, and that German subtitle, that's actually taken from a treatise on philosophy by Nietzsche.
Like I've told you before, all your self-righteous crap makes me sick.
In other words, this game is insufferably pretentious.
And you'll never understand its meaning.
Oh, whatever. Since you'll spend most of the time watching movies, they may as well be enjoyable, right?
So there's the review for that. And that is now seemed extremely problematic here in the year 2025. Now, this review was done the better part of 2 decades ago here, at least. But now Olivia Munn and Adam Sessler are deemed problematic in the year 2020, in the year 2003. So we just weren't advanced there, Leaflet.
Well, I mean, it's kind of different. It's a different format, right? It's TV. You have to try to be entertaining in such a short amount of time. It's like, how else are you gonna keep the audience retention? It's not like you can put Subway Surfers on the side, right?
We saw a lot of people have been quote tweeting this as one of the most damaging review outlets before the cartoon Avatar YouTubers. Look at It's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, that's good.
That's me.
John Douglas. Yeah, that's you, Leaflet. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Sessler
Those
wasn't.
damn VTubers.
You cartoon YouTubers. That's right. John Douglas says Sessler wasn't a gamer and hated gamers. Only years after the fact do we find out what a terrible person he was. We lived a lie. At least Webb was nice. This is true. This is that quote tweet earlier. The same society that actively made disingenuous reviews of JRPGs and Japanese games. Bleh. So anyways, it's just amazing to see the ups and downs and how, look, there are things that I have said in the past on videos that you look back on, you're like, oh, that's pretty cringe, right? And I can look back and say those things as well and look at them and laugh at them. But the point is that I said them and they were funny at the time. Like, so you know, like things change, times change. And once again, in this format in particular, I think you said it very, very well. This idea that you got to fit a review into a 90-second time slot on TV. You're going to do your best to make it as entertaining. And reviews like that are what made G4 exactly what G4 was back then. It's just amazing to see. I'm very curious. Will Adam Sessler disavow these reviews and the stances on video games?
It's like, is it the best? Here's the thing. We look at it now. We're like, was it the best thing ever? I don't know about that. But you have to understand, like, they were the pioneers of what we're doing now. It's not
Yes.
It's not like they had other YouTubers to like follow in their footsteps, right? They were just kind of trying to do what they could. And I mean, to be honest, I mean, we had things like South Park, The Man Show, that all had kind of that kind of humor. So I mean, it just kind of makes sense within the demographic, right?
I mentioned one of the things that one of the like we used to do these skits back in the day at Screw Attack, and there's one skit in particular that a lot of people who work for Screw Attack don't want released for this exact same reason. This idea of it, quote unquote, mocking Japanese people, and they want to go out of their way to not see it get released. And it was a skit that it wasn't even bad. It wasn't even bad at all. It was a skit about Japanese. It was a spoof off a Japanese game show. And it was just so silly and so stupid. And they are so petrified of that skit being released. In reality, it's so unbelievably tame to see, which is why I have it pulled up to show everybody right now. Would you like to see it?
Oh my God, this guy.
Do you want to watch it?
Why would I say no?
Let's go and check it out. Here is the skit that people don't want to see.
What's going on, G1s? It's time for another clip of the week.
So the premise here, I think a little bit of context is we would show a commercial or something that happened on TV, and then we would make our own spoof of it. That was the whole idea behind the clip of the week, right? This is a weekly skit that we did.
This is an actual thing, by the way.
Yes, this
is an actual thing in Asia. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah. And Japanese game shows are insane. We all understand that. We've all seen it. Yeah. And I think everybody understands that.
Yeah.
So we made fun of it.
Dude, Japanese people have like a game show for everything. They're always like crazy and random and people get hurt, and it's honestly like pretty freaking sweet. And you know, one time I actually thought of a Japanese game show myself.
Here's the skit.
It's the restroom sign.
Yeah, it is. It is the restroom sign behind me. That's right. and by the way, he's not saying anything right now. He's just saying like the question was, do you know any Japanese? And he's like, I don't know. I know a little bit or whatever. Right. But so now this is deemed as problematic. But all right, let's continue. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no. Did I pause it and it screwed it up? Hold on. Oh, God. Come on. play forward for me. There we go. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Here we are. All right.
So I got time to Super Happy Fun contestant go! Our contestants are number one! Craig is kissing us and Donna!
I like how it's sideways.
Yeah.
Hey, contestant!
It's sideways.
Brian, take us down! What? See the contest to time go! Category Ninja Side! Mario Kart Gosu! What? Mario Kart? Is that what he said?
Who's that guy?
Which one?
Looks familiar.
Oh, all these guys are. They've all been around. So the premise is we have no idea what's happening, and there's a category ninja, and like all these things on screen mean nothing. Like there's just a bunch of graphics on screen. It's so stupid. So stupid.
Controller! You win! Mario Kart Gosu! Yes.
Wait, so you're enjoying this, Cleveland?
I mean, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, this is pretty good for 2010 or 9 or whatever it was. Yeah.
It reminds me of the old days of the internet, you know,
Yes,
a little bit.
That's exactly what it was.
It's kind of like watching like pure ownage again. Like I tried watching it again. It's like so cringe, but it was great. You know?
Yes, yeah. Like there's everybody understands there's a level of cringe to this. Everybody, right? And it's so stupid, and then now it's deemed as problematic because it's a bunch of white guys or whatever. You know, it's so stupid.
Another time bonus!
You're getting hit by kendo sticks.
Those hurt, man.
Round 3, tiebreak round, category ninja side. A Japanese baseball. begin.
What the fuck is Japanese baseball?
What do we have to
That's
do?
just normal baseball.
Catch.
I can do that.
That sounds simple.
Let's just go. Come on.
A ninja star! Ah! What the?
Oh, he's dead.
A ninja win! Undefeated! A super happy fun time contest!
This is so classic. Man.
So that's what we did on our day.
I don't. I don't think it's the problem. You know what? You know what it is. You know what it is. People need to stop taking themselves so seriously. You can solve all the problems. Just stop taking yourself so seriously.
Yes.
You know?
Like how can you look at that and be like, that's problematic? I don't want that to be seen on the internet. That's so tame. It's so silly and so dumb and so cringe and so like, I don't, yes, you're 100% right. Stop taking yourself so seriously. And by the way, the people who would cancel you for that, they're not your friends. Just to be clear, right? They're not your friends. Blabs, is that your first time seeing that?
I was more intrigued by the guy carrying you off as you died.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part. It's just like in the background, no one's even paying attention to whatever it is, and this dude's just pulling you back. Like, nothing, everything's fine, just removing a dead body. It was like, oh, okay.
Ninja win. That's right.
I like that. That was good.
Thank you.
Also classic. Like that's kind of how the internet was back in the day.
Yeah, man. I just don't understand how you can look at that and be like, that's very problematic. I don't understand. That's a white guy talking like Japanese, and I can't be shown on the internet anymore. Like, get over yourself. And I mean that from like the bottom of my heart. Get over yourself. Sad.
It's like I've said this before, but you'll have like that lobby, and you'll have like your friends, and you'll get on, you'll play Counter-Strike, and you'll have your friends just making racial jokes at each other, but you all loved each other.
Right.
I mean, like, it's like nobody took themselves so seriously. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that about me.
And let me say this, without naming names, There's a lot of people who I've worked with who have said some crazy things. And they're the first people to tell you to not say those things anymore, right? I've heard hard R's. I've heard hard, all of the things that you're not supposed to say. I've heard the F's. I've heard the R's. I've heard the N's. I've heard all of these things coming from a lot of these people who have gone out of their way to tell you what a bad person you are for showing a fake Japanese game show from 2009.
I mean, things were a lot less serious back then. Like people just did. It's like I said, though, people didn't take themselves as seriously. People weren't like so stuck up their own butt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was just kind of.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
All right. Well, there's a little bit of classic internet for you tying into today's story. Do you have common sense? Well, if you did, you'd hit the subscribe button right here.